right after January 6th, Stewart Rhodes going out and telling everybody to hunt down social media comments, delete them, and go dark, and do not discuss roles and actions from January 6th, and told them to shut the F up. All of that is happening in his acts. Like, he is, like, gives you his state of mind. And then he believes in good, and then the defense said he believes in good faith that Trump could invoke the Insurrection Act. That's why he did what he did. So which one is it? You know, like in the, and by the way, the judge stopped the defense opening statement many times, which is not very typical unless they're going off on some like radical tangent, which clearly happened. But even in the substantive argument, they're all over the place in the sense that they say Stewart Rhodes meant no harm that day. It was all nothing more than free speech and bravado. And he believed it was so what was it? Was it free speech and bravado, or was it that they believed in good faith that Trump would and could invoke the Insurrection Act, and that's why he made those plans? Or was it that he meant no harm and that Stewart Rhodes did not have any violent intentions that day? So which one? Because if he made preparations to go to the Capitol and await President Trump's orders that day, former President Trump's orders that day to invoke the Insurrection Act and then somehow deputize them to attack Congress, then they made preparation of causing harm that day. It just would have been by order of Donald and the Insurrection Act giving them the right to do so, or the authority to do so. Or that he didn't mean any harm that day and it was just free speech and bravado. It can't be both, right? You can't have just free speech and bravado where there's no intent of harm, or there is the Insurrection Act and preparation for it, which necessarily involved you preparing and making all those preparations. You can't have made all those preparations in anticipation of Donald Trump invoking the Insurrection Act and then gone there and said, oh, we're just here to exercise our free speech and bravado with our guns, with all these plans, after talking about it extensively in the public and InfoWars and other places, and even asserting that as part of our argument that we were there waiting for Donald to invoke the Insurrection Act. You were still there where you meant no harm. You know, like, which is it? You can't have it both ways. So it's not going so well for Stewart Rhodes and Caldwell and that group of people.